Hi Tamsin, good morning, good afternoon. No, it's still morning. Still morning here. We're not on different time zones, are we? So, I have had one of the most randomest weeks this week between postal services holding mail, even though they've sent the same posting stuff to the exact same address. 3 out of 4 orders are still stuck at USPS. I've sent other orders out to America in the last 6 weeks and they've all gone through absolutely no problem. And it wouldn't be so funny, but it's actually to a regular customer. So I'm not happy about that. I'm not in the mood for any fluffing apart from doing this because it's the only thing that calms me down. I'm having a really random week. And then I processed and dyed some of that Wissant fleece the other day from doing my video, and I stuck it out in the garden to dry. Yes, it is mad. I've had other orders that have gone through Chicago. This one customer, she regularly orders, and there's one item that was sent from me on the 19th of May, and it's been stuck in Chicago since the 26th of May in the processing. She had another order that I sent out a couple of days later, or maybe 4 days later or something like that. She got that no problem within the 10 days, and I send it all tracking. I never ever send it normal mail. It's always sent tracked. And then another 2 orders after that I sent out on the 27th of May have been stuck in Chicago since the 10th of June. And there's no reason for it. She's had other orders from the UK, from other people, and they've all arrived within 10 days. So I'm not happy. I've just put a claim in with Royal Mail. I'm going to have to go through the other ones and do that and sort that out. So yeah, I'm not happy about it at all. I don't know what's going on. I can't understand how some orders to other places in Texas are going through, yet these 3 out of 4 to the same address are all stuck there. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And I label at the exact same time all the time. I don't declare that it's wool or anything like that. Have you pinged the tracking thing? Yes. Yep, I have. I've checked it. I'm on alerts with the USPS. So as soon as I put the tracking information into Royal Mail and then ask it to look further on once it's left the UK, I go on to the USPS and put in for the alerts. For the email alerts once it's going through the system and when it leaves. I've never had this problem before. I'm really not happy. So yeah, I've done all that. I get text alerts and emails. So nothing's moved. Hi Sweet Peons. So I'm doing this wool I spun up from my Tour de Fleece bat. So where is it? I've got another one up here. Where is it? It's up there. Oh, watch out. This one. So I did 2 of these. So I saved one for myself, and I've spun it up into singles, and I'm making myself a flower shawl. There's locks and everything stuck to it. A nice summery one. Yeah, that's all I can do. As I say, I've put a claim in for this one. I've got another 2. What date are we on now? I think we're on the 26th. So if I still heard nothing by Monday, I'll put a claim in for the other 2 that have gone missing because they were sent out the exact same day. The thing is, though, the orders financially cost the customer over £100 each order, over £100. But I send it as £50 because for me to remake that again, it's not going to cost me any more than that. So technically, all I want is that money back so I can send out the order again, plus claim the postage, so I can resend the order. That's all I want to do because she's a good customer. A regular customer, you can't let your regular customers down. I mean, you can't let any customers down, but you know what I mean, Tamsin. You don't want to let people down, and you feel as if it's your fault. Hiya, Hilly. You feel as if it's your fault when something like that happens and is out of your control. And I hate not being in control. If I can't sort a situation out, it makes me feel really, really anxious because I can't do anything about it. And it's my reputation on the line. I've got a very good reputation, if I don't say so myself. I'm loyal to my customers. I don't mess anyone around. And if I get custom orders through, whether it's a new customer or an old customer, and they want something a bit more than what I would normally do, then I go above and beyond, and I discount as well. Because at the end of the day, a sale is a sale, and a happy customer's a welcomed back customer. But this has just annoyed the heck out of me this week. So yeah, one of those weeks. Oh, then, it's not even one of those weeks. I'll tell you what. I think it was, Masha's here now. Masha, what day did you message me on WhatsApp? I'm trying to remember. Was it Tuesday? It may have been Tuesday. It might have even been Monday morning. Well, my hair was getting a bit too long, and anyone that knows me knows that I've been cutting my own hair for 20 odd years, and I never had any problems. I've styled it, restyled it, I've had it long, I've had it short, I cut my own layers of my hair and everything, right? So for the last year, I've been using the clippers just to trim up because of my fibro, my shoulders are really, really bad. My right side's worse. So if I have my hands up very long for like more than a few minutes when I'm drying my hair, it just really, really hurts. It starts to hit my chest here because my friction points are my chest and my back and my shoulders. Well, Joe decided it'd be a brilliant morning, spur of the moment, 8:30 in the morning, half a cup of coffee, before she went for a shower, and thought, right, my hair's getting too long, and I'll get the clippers out and give it a quick trim. Never a problem. Joe forgot to put her glasses on and put the wrong flaming clipper onto the top of the clippers, so instead of going an 8 and a 7, Joe went to a number 6. I now look like a lesbian Dame Judi Dench. So yes, there's been much to Phil's amusement all week when all he heard was a call from me upstairs. Because like my hair's usually a bit longer on the front and it comes down a little bit. Well, usually I have it a little bit shorter than it was last time you seen me. So I get to the top where it's all quite heavy and I'm pushing it up, and all of a sudden I start to see that I've done those marks. I'm like, oh shit! And all he hears is, what's up? I'm like, oh, don't come up. Obviously you say don't come up, and the buggers come up the stairs, and there I am, a little like a flaming lesbian convict, big streaks in my hair. I'd have made more styling effort if I'd have done it with a pair of scissors. Jesus. So yeah, so that was the beginning of my week. So I'm having to put wax in just to make it a bit more lesbian goosh stylish. So yeah, Dozy Joe. Oh yeah, so that was the beginning of my week. So you would have thought that I would have known it wasn't going to go quite right for the rest of the week, wouldn't you? But no, she muddled through. There's no way you're going to get to Saturday without getting through the rest of it. Oh, so then I did my video for my wee son's fleeces, which was fine. I think I managed to wing it and got away with it. Those videos will improve. I won't be umming and erring as much. Anyway, so from when I did the wash in the sink, I took the wool straight to dye it. Fine, no problem, no felting. Honest to God, it dyed up an absolute treat. And I had an Icelandic fleece outside that I'd left it out there for over a week. And it decided it didn't want to do what it's supposed to do out in the cold water. So I had to pull all that out so I could sort of dry it down a little bit. The grease was all sticky on the back of it. It was like flaming super glue. And then I put the washing, my new dyed fleeces recent out on the horse out in the yard. Freshly dyed Wensleydale locks out on the clothes horse. Came in, pottering around, looked out the window. Torrential rain for 24 hours. So this poor wool has been sat outside on my clothes horse, dripping wet with plastic bags over the top of it for 2 solid days. What else? Yeah, and then to top it off, USPS and parcels going missing and not being sent and dispatched. So, trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, I think that's about the amount of my cock-ups this week, which is not bad. I think that I've nearly touched the 3. I think I've only had 2 or 3, but we have had some bad news this week as well, so maybe that's my lot. So yeah, I'm glad you all find it funny. Jo will have to remember to put her glasses on because she can't see anything smaller than that these days. My glasses prescription's gone up 2-fold in a year. So yeah, I'm blind as a bat. I can't read a flaming thing without my glasses on now. So yeah, so the life of a indie diarist are not all roses and colours. It's, oh my God, why am I bothering this week? So my heart's not been in anything. I've not been able to get out into the garden to just work it off. Oh, yeah. So just as well I know how to laugh at myself, because I'd have been crying by now. So anyway, crocheting. I'm crocheting. So hiya, Joanna. Oh, Johanna, the same name as me, but I refuse to be called Johanna. I refuse to be called Johanna. That's my naughty Sunday name. Everyone's always called me Jo since I was a baba. Yeah, so sitting here crocheting. This is, now, I can't read flaming patterns. It passes and things will get better one day. Do you know what? To be fair, Tamsin, I don't want to go into detail, but I've had a really, really rough, shall we say, life up until recent years. So I'm surprised, A, I'm not grey, and B, I don't look as though I'm 70 odd, because I should do, the amount of stuff I've been through. But this is just one of those things that, like, as you say, you're out of control. Netherlands, yeah, I know you are, John. I actually follow you for a while on your Instagram. I've only ever driven through that when we were coming back from Germany from a posting back to the UK, because we lived in Germany for years and I was born there as well. But yeah, so yeah, Thompson, it's just one of those things, you know, one of those weeks you just want to or go and hide in a fridge or just disappear until the week's gone by with. But no, I'm generally a happy soul. I get frustrated. I'm a bit like a bull in a china shop when I can't do what I want to do, and I sort of lose my rag for about 5 seconds, and then it's just like back again. So no, I'm fine. It's my hair. No, I can't even say I look like Dame Judi Dench's younger sister. I look like her lesbian cousin. So yes, what am I making? Right, so remember the other week I spun up my Tour de Fleece because I'm supposed to have a big order coming next week, so I've got to get that done and I won't have time for doing my Tour de Fleece. So I dyed up myself a gigantic bat from the same colours, the same bats from the Tour de Fleece sets that I had on my website. So I spun up that. I might actually end up keeping this and make this a massive one. Hiding in the fridge. That was the yeah, I know. Oh dear. So I'm making this. It's a flower shawl. So it starts off with a plain ribbon on the bottom, and then it goes into 3-dimensional flowers. Oh, I'm going to try and get a better light. 3-dimensional 4-leaf flowers in these sections here, and then it goes back into the what is it? It's not a double stitch. It's the double chain. Double chain? Double chain. See, this is why I don't read patterns. I can remember everything by looking at watching people. So anyway, on a minute, I'll go and grab my iPad and I will find the lady. To be fair, I've probably got about 6 of her shawls, and I follow her YouTubes and do them via there because I'm a monkey see, monkey do. Not a monkey give them a DIY sheet and she'll know exactly what she's doing, because I don't. It's, hold on a minute, Do you know, you go live, he knows when I'm doing my lives. I do my lives about lunchtime every Saturday morning. Then he messages me, be home in 20 minutes, any chance of a bacon butty? Do I look like a cafe? No, I flaming don't. Right, so yeah, I'll have to put bacon on for him in a minute. He knows his bacon in the house, you see. There's no getting out of it. Right, so it's, I think she's an American lady. Oh, go away, iPad, and do as you're told. She's an American lady, and she's got some really lovely, pretty patterns. So I'm doing this one. I think I might end up taking this off the website because it's not sold, so fine, you've lost out. So it's a woman called Wilma Westenberg, and she's on Instagram. I think she might even be on Ravelry. Let me have a look. I'm not saying that one again this week. Let me see. So, all right, she is online. Wilmade.com. Oh yeah, WILMADE.com. So yeah, she's on there. That's her website, and it's the Velda Flower Show. Velda Flower Shawl. So go on to that. I'll drop a link, or I'll post it. I'll do a screenshot on my Instagram later on with hers, or I might see if I can find her on Instagram as well. You know Wilma. Yeah, her patterns are absolutely gorgeous. I've definitely got, because I've been crocheting since I was about 12, self-taught. Hence I can't read patterns. I used to just play about my stitches and think I was making my own stitches up, but I weren't. Obviously now that I know about stitches, I know that everybody knows how to do them, but I thought they were all my own personal style stitches when I was in my teens. But yeah, so I follow her patterns, and even though they're quite technical, in some respects, I find them really easy to follow because it keeps my brain constantly active. There's always something different to do. Same when I'm creating a big crochet blanket. I like those vintage styles where you can use up all your scrap wool, so each row is either a different pattern or a different colour all the way through. You've seen my blankets in there. There's a couple of them that I like that, and for me that's more entertaining instead of just doing the constant plain stitch all the way. I've got to keep this old boring brain active, you see. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing this. I've just finished the second flower pattern, so it's like loops of 3, and then I'm on to the third single section, and then there's another bunch of flowers, and then there's the back end of that, and then I will probably go on to, trying to remember her name now, Spanish lady. Let me see if I can find her in my library. A Spanish lady that does crochet shawls. I wonder if it's there. Anna's Crochet. She does some really gorgeous edging patterns for shawls. Like sometimes you've got a shawl you really like but you think it was a bit too plain. So she does some really good edgings. So it's OANAS crochet channel. She's really, really good. Really seriously fast crochet. I mean, I thought I was fast, but she's really fast. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And then I'm nipping up to my mates and my neighbours at the top of the street about 1 o'clock for a cup of tea and a natter and a catch up out the back garden. And over the week I had Graham and Lindsay turn up from Coastal Colours the other day. They were up for a couple of days visiting, so they're coming round tomorrow for Sunday lunch once we've been on a mini mission to a local fibre festival. It's not even a festival, it's a fibre artists that have got their own little gallery clique going on over in Egremont at the Florence Arts Museum. But they've used a title on their flyers. Is it colourful? Is it colour yarns or something like that? But when you, and it was my old neighbour Kath up the road, she went to search for it and told her friends, and they all went onto the Google website, onto the Google search engine, and typed in colourful yarns, and the actual post of this museum's not coming up like you would expect it to, you know, with information of how to get there and everything else. It's actually coming up with Graham and Lindsay's website. So when they came to visit me the other day, pop in a cup of tea and a piece of cake, I'm thinking to myself, why aren't they telling me that they're going to this thingy? Because apparently there's a special guest turning up. So I thought, and you know what it's like? You're like, why didn't you just tell me? It's like, we do completely different things. You sat at my house and yet you're still not mentioned that you're going to this event. So they went and everything else. So everything was fine, no problem. And then I messaged later and I was like being quite cryptic, still waiting for them to admit that they were going. And it turns out they're completely oblivious, never even heard of Florence Mine, never even heard about this this crafting festival. So I'm like, right, okay, sorry. But I'm like, you can understand this because this is what my old friend sent me as a link, and whenever she goes onto it and types it in, it comes up with their link to their website. So I mean, firstly, it's free advertising, but secondly, there could be people turning up to that on Sunday or tomorrow, thinking that they're going to actually be there, and they won't be. Well, but we will be, because we're going to go and infiltrate it with our flyers and business cards. So yeah, bit random. Maybe people need to start proper checking to see if there's any business names with that name, so they don't get either A, miss out on people coming to visit them because they can't find the information, and B, they're using, they're sort of to a point, it's not copyright or anything, but to a point, they're directing their own publicity, publicity to a different company that's not even going to be there. So anyway, all fun and games. So I've got a full house tomorrow. I'm making lasagna this afternoon. So a massive tray of lasagna, salad. Hopefully the sun will be out tomorrow, so we don't all have to crowd in my house. So yeah, random week. And then I've got a customer that's decided she wants to pop up, Colette, if you're watching later. So she's popping up on Tuesday morning, and then I am going out. I'm disappearing from the house with old Aunt Kath, and we're going over to Ambleside, and I'm going to spend money in the garden centre. Something that really makes me happy. So yeah, that's my intentions for Tuesday. Wilma's shawls, they're amazing, aren't they? Absolutely gorgeous. The ones over there that I've got that you've seen before, Hilly, they're hers. Her patterns, and I've made some before in the past to give out as gifts to people, but this one I haven't done yet myself. I was going to start it a few months ago, and my head just wasn't in it, but I thought, well, I'll do it now that I've got these singles. And then when Graham and Lindsay popped up the other day, sounds fabulous, love the garden centre. I know, I love the garden. I don't get over to Ambleside that often, and Hayes Garden Centre is pretty alright actually, and they do British native flowers as well, which I always try and grab a few when I'm there. And I want some small shrubs to start putting around my edgings. I think I want some shrubs, I'm not sure, maybe some more alpines, we'll see. So yeah, escape on Tuesday, so anything I list, it'll just be later on in the evening on Tuesday evening, and I'll do everything on Monday, blend it all up and sort it out. But again, this week it is only one-off bats. Whatever I put up on the website is just going to be one of each of them, because the old Mother Hubbard's cupboards are going bare. So yeah, and I'm not spending any money on fluff this week. It can wait another week. I want new plants to cheer me up. I need new plants. So yeah, when Graham and Lindsay popped up the other day, what day are we on now? Thursday. They popped up in the afternoon from Colourful Coast, and they brought me this up. So obviously I had to do a swap anyway. Coastal Colours. So yeah, so that is Baby Camel and Tussa Silk. So I'm not going to spin it up exactly as that is now. I'm going to blend it up with my geode, which still hasn't sold on my shop. So I'm going to blend them two together so I can get 400 grams. I might spin it with locks because I've still got some geode locks left. So I might spin it with some locks in there. I know, isn't that amazing, Joanne? Isn't it amazing? So yeah, I'm going to spin them to get, reblend them both together and break them down a little bit so I can get more wool. And I'll do another one of Wilma's shawls. I mean, it could be really nice. and spin up a little, blend up a set of that and stick it on my shop. I don't know. You'd all have to fight for it. So yeah. So has anybody been doing anything nice this week? Have you all been at work? Has anybody had any disastrous moments like I have this week? So what I've got to do? Yeah. So next week it's go out and treat myself. Hope that the week just stays sane. You're washing fleece. I am as well. I've got that sticky Icelandic fleece that went to pot last week, and I know well, I suppose it is last week. That's out on the clothes horse. I have now got half of it in the sink washing, so I can get it out on the line. We've got 10 days of sunshine here after today, and it's going to get to about 21 degrees, which for the UK and living on right on next to the beach, that's flaming hot. But staying about 17 degrees in the evening. But we've not had any proper sunshine. Been quiet this week, but going to pick up 3 rescue chicks today. I've got new ducks, Harold and Scardy. So they weren't eating the first couple of days, not that I ever saw them, but they wait till I disappear away from the run, and whenever I go to take the girls out, they're fresh food at 11:30, and they're definitely eating now. So I think I'll give it another month, and I'll stop taking eggs out of the hot. I miss European heat. I've spent probably about 8 years in total living in Germany. So I was born there and lived there till I was nearly 4. And then I went back there. We lived there again when I was in my teens. Oh, your spiral plying Disco Diva. Oh, I bet that looks really pretty doing that like that. I wouldn't have thought to do it like that. Weather in Germany was completely different from the weather. It could be 25 degrees over in Germany, and you would barely flinch at it. 25 degrees here in the UK, you feel like you're on fire. It is completely random how weather can be different, and you're only a few thousand miles or whatever away. It would be about that, a few thousand miles away from each other. So yeah, and I'm right on the beach as well, so it's a different heat. We've got our own little microclimate here. So and the rooks, the jackdaws out the back, there's about 60 of them at the moment. They've had a load of fledges and they don't shut up. Constant. Drive me potty. So your chicks, are they rescue chicks? Are they from a battery farm? You live close to the German border. I was born in Münster, but I was brought up. Well, the first place I lived was Osnabrück when my dad was posted. But then my mum and dad made friends with the local family, Gotthard, the Knurs. So Gotthard was one of the army drivers driving the buses out and stuff like that, take the lads wherever they need to be and run the families up to the Naffy and stuff where we went and did our shopping, and we ended up moving in with them. He'd built his own house in a little village called Halaga, and we lived in their attic flat, and I was brought up with their kids. So yeah, so I lived there with them, and then we went back to Germany. We lived in Minden then, and we were posted back there. I think it was September 87, October 87 or something like that. I'm trying to remember. No, I would have been 12 then, so no, it must have been 88. Yeah, it was 88, and then I lived there until the middle of 91, and then back to the UK again when I left school. Organic free range, apparently. We shall see what state they're in when they pick them up. Do you know what breed they are? I've got black Orpington, buff Orpingtons. It was 17 degrees overnight in the Cairngorms. One night this week, very strange. Yeah, it's picking up a little bit here. We've not had anything warmer than 15, 16 degrees. And it's been really, really breezy as well. But fingers crossed, we actually get some of this nice weather next week, and that I can get these fleeces all washed. I've got an Icelandic I've had for a while that I need to get washed, but I need to save some of it raw for when I do my breed chat. And then I've got, what else have I got? I've got Wensleydale from a farm in Durham, so I need to do my breed chat on that. I've got a mule fleece, a BFL mule fleece coming, and I'm getting some Kent Romney shearling next month, beginning of September, and what else? And I've got a crossbreed, but it's that's the mule, but it's a cross with I can't even say it. No doubt, Tams, you'll be able to tell me off and pronounce it, but a Llewellyn? No, it's not a Llewellyn. LLYEN, but it's a Welsh breed of sheep, but it's crossed with a BFL. So so I've got that coming, and I'm getting Kid Angora fleece next year from the same woman that I'm getting the Romney from. So I'm bagsied a baby fleece next April. Here he comes for his bacon butty that I haven't done, and he's going to have to make it himself. I haven't done your bacon butty.
I didn't want a bacon butty. I said I'll have a cheese one.
See?
But you didn't even look at my message.
Well, I'm sat here talking to my friends, and you messaged me.
So I am coming from work to make my own butties to go back out to work.
That's about the sum of it.
That is the sum of it.
See what I have to put up with?
No, I hope your friends see what I have to put up with.
He works in a food shop. Just the red ones, which are those the Island Red hybrids. Also Chocolate Splash Orpington, a Sussex Ranger, a Dark Silver Forking, a Partridge Pekings, Peking Serene Cross, and a Logan Brown ex-rescue, and a Wells Summer Cockerel. Oh, I might have to bring one of my Orpington girls down with me then and see if we can get them inseminated. No, I probably have not got enough room. Once these ducks start getting at it and Harold starts doing his job, then I've said it again, Harold. It's Howard. Howard the duck.
Howard the duck.
I keep calling him Harold. So yeah, hopefully I should have some ducklings. I would say, I reckon in August. You can give it a try. We should maybe give it a try. I'm down there for a weekend. Bring down Asbo or Kate, and get them both seen to. So yeah, but no, just so you don't need to leave the house for trouble to find you.
You don't.
I don't. I could get grounded in an empty room. So yeah, it's See, this is the only thing with singles. But then, to be fair, I didn't actually wash it after I spun it. I just took it off after 2 days of it sitting there on the bobbin. It's not a problem. You just have to take your time. So yes, so I'm going to do this shawl. See how big it ends up. I may end up taking one of the bats out of that Tour de Fleece bat and spin that up into singles just so I can have an extra amount. And then Joanna, you can get into trouble as well, can you? It's great fun. Everyone thinks you're bonkers, but hey, what's the point of being the same as everybody else? I've never been much of a flocker. I'm the little black sheep that sits in the corner and plays with the bull in the other field. So yeah, so what else have I got to do? Still got to paint my bedroom, still not finished that. Got half of the back of the house painted, so we've got to finish that off. And yeah, so that's about it really. you love getting into mischief in an empty room. Yeah. It keeps the day interesting, doesn't it, Joanna? Keeps the day interesting. So yeah, I'm going to do this, and as I say, I'm going to blend up that geode with that lovely camel into silk roving and sort that out. I might be generous and add one to my website. So yeah, we'll see how generous I feel. Might add one on Monday. I'm just not feeling the love for the old colours at the moment. I definitely feel like I need some inspiration. I think I just need a proper breakaway. I've not stopped. I've not had any time away from the house for 2 years. And that was when we went back down to Hampshire for Phil's daughter's wedding. So that was August 2 years ago. So I've not been out the house. And then COVID, so no, I've been to Asda. So I've not had a break at all. It's been working and building up my business and stuff like that. That's fine. I have no problem with that. I definitely just need a break. So yeah, I think I just need some recharge my batteries time. Definitely.
You're using an onion?
I've got plenty.
That's all right then.
I've not sorted the lasagna right yet. I'll do that when I come back from Julie's.
Oh. So you're talking to your mates and then you're going to go out.
So what else have we got going? So I will be right. So we're only in June, going into July. I'll order the sunshine. You better order the sunshine. We're going to Wales. I might bring down the rain from Cumbria. The Macintoshes have always been known to bring the rain into Wales. Every time we used to go camping there as kids, always rained. I think we probably end up with like 2 days nice summer. Go to Amsterdam. I haven't been to Amsterdam. I've only ever drove through it and gone to the ferry port to get back to. Got the ferry over back to Britain. And gone into Hull and then back up to Edinburgh. So my sister's been to Amsterdam and gone to your coffee shops.
You're not.
Oh, shut up. It is Wales's rain. Yeah, it always rains. It's the same here. We're on the same sort of coastal. We're on the same weather pattern for us here as it is in Wales. If it's not raining in Wales, it's definitely raining in Cumbria. I don't know why people come here. It's so flaming wet all the time. So what else? Yes, so I have got, let me see if I can find. So yeah, Christmas. So I'm putting my Advent flyers out in probably about the 15th of August again this year for my Christmas Advents. So if anybody's interested in them, I do like, you can pay for them all in one go, but I also do a 3-month payment plan. So like your first payment's your non-refundable deposit, but then 2 other payments after that. So it was I think it was worked out September, October, and then it was finished and I'd post it out in November. Something like that anyway. So just break it down, and it was actually quite popular last year and everyone was quite impressed with it. So, and it helped them as well. So if anybody's interested, watch out for the emails going in your Dropbox. Now, if I get orders from overseas, the way things are at the moment, I'm still posting out to Europe, but as it said on my email the other day that I passed out. Now, in the UK, if we get anything coming through, whether it's a gift or something small even that we've ordered from Canada or America, we still get charged a customs fee, which is roughly about 2.5%. But then we have a Royal Mail handling fee, which sometimes it works out that you pay more for the handling fee than you did for the item that you've actually ordered. And that's roughly about, I think, £8.37 or something like that. And we have to pay that. We'll get a card through the door and we have to actually pay that before it will get delivered, which is fine because you can just arrange in our system what day you want it to get delivered. So it's customs that's holding it. Now, from the information that I've gleaned and read online through the government website and through Royal Mail, it's going to be the same system over in Europe. So if anybody does order anything from myself, I will have my tracking on there, so that covers me from a customs declaration, because I always send everything international tracked. But you will probably be contacted by your local postman with a card to say you need to pay your customs fees before they can drop off your delivery. So I'm going to go like that and stick like that. At this current time, my website platform, Wix, does not have that feature, though I do know that they're updating the postal settings system to account for that customs issue, so you can pay your VAT, customs VAT, as you order your item. But at the moment, I'm not able to do that. So yeah, so if you order from me, you will have to pay your customs before your local post office will bring out your order. So that's how I'm doing it. I can't see any problem. I've been told as well that, and the information I've got, that the way that I describe my items, which is arts and crafts fibres for knitting or something like that, I usually put, then it goes through customs no problem. So I've not been having any issues sending to Europe with that description on my tracking forms, and I don't need any other forms, just the CN22 forms. So yeah, I'm still, at this moment in time, unless I see any issues, then that I'm still sending out to Europe. It costs a small fortune. Yeah, I know it does, but I found, right, for an example, one of my friends on here, she lives in Norway, she's a natural dyer, Sasha. I can't say the name of her Instagram account. Is it Vlade? Yeah, see you later. Vlade planting something or other, but it's about plant dyeing is the title of it. And I sent her a little parcel of bats and seeds out last year, and it was I think the back end of April I sent that, just as COVID kicked in, but I never sent it tracked, I just sent it first class mail. And I swear to God, she messaged me the other day, about 2 weeks ago, saying, look what's just arrived. Over a year it took to get through normal posting, and we just wrote it off as being lost. And it took a year to get there. And not just that, insurance reasons as well. I couldn't claim for that parcel going missing, even though I had proof of postage. If it was up to send something to England, it cost €28. That sounds about right for here, depending on the weight. I know if I send items to France or Holland or wherever, and they've got to weigh no more than 500 grams, it costs about £12 in English money. So that's roughly about 16, maybe €17. And if I wanted to send something that was about 750 grams, so that's probably equivalent of 2 of my bats and maybe a pack of locks in there, that would cost roughly about £18-19 in British money. Yeah. So, yeah, it is expensive, but it's the insurance, because I can claim back the money on the item as well as the postage. Whereas if I just sent it standard mail, even with the proof of postage, I can only claim back X amount of money off the postage that I sent it to. And if I only sent it as a single, like, couple of stamps on it, without any tracking on there, then it's really not worth my time. But for a small business, if I want to replace that item, I need to have that money back so I can recreate it and have the full postage sent back to me so I can send it out as well at no financial loss. So that's why I send it as tracked shipping. And usually I know that my orders over there, it's not even taking a full week to get there to the customers anyway. It takes me about 3 to 5 working days when I'm sending over to Europe as a general rule. And I've sent stuff over since after, like February and March, and some in April. But yeah, your posting costs are generally not much different to what it costs for us. But it is ridiculous. But it's not so bad when your customers are quite happy to pay that, because it's not your pocket it's coming out of. So yeah, so that's my EU news, because that all gets changed. I think we've got 1st of July's Wednesday next week, I think. So that comes into effect, but I think it's always been in effect since. But I do know that if you declare your item as a gift, or the value of it is under £39 English money, I'm sure it's English money, then it could get through the customs system. You take care of yourself, Joanna. I'll be getting going in a bit as well. It will go through the customs system, but you may not incur a fee if it's under a certain price quota. But just double check with your own customs online and they'll give you all the information you need. So, yeah. What else? I think that's about it. News-wise. And don't forget to check your emails. Some of the emails that I've been sending out are going into people's spam boxes. So just check them for your discount code for the month. All your Christmas presents to the USA got lost in the post. Well, that's what I was talking about at the beginning, Hilly. I've got a regular customer over in Texas and I've sent other items over there at the same time and they've all got there. And I've sent 4 parcels over to this lady. And 1 out of 4 have got to her, and there's one that's been sat there in the all 3 of them have been sat there in the customs of the sorting office in Chicago since the 26th of May. And I posted one of them on the 19th of May, and the other 2 the exact same day on the 27th of May, and all of them have been stuck there in this processing centre. Not budged. So I've just put a claim in for the first one. I know that my customer's has put a ticket in on her side as well to see if we can get them found and shifted. But then if I can get my money back. But because it's overseas, it could take me anything up to 90 days to get that claim back. Which is just outrageous. Oh, do you know? Not concentrating. I've goofed up me edging. Have I? Didn't I start off? I was edging. No, I mustn't have done. Yeah, I've never had stuff go like this before, Hilly. Honestly, it's really frustrating. I've never had anything been delayed like this in the post before. But hopefully it'll get found and sent out. But I've had orders that have gone through Chicago before at the same time, and they've all received their orders. The woman's received 1 of 4 of these orders that have all been sent within a week of each other. So, yeah, I'm going on again. It's just really frustrating when you can't do anything about it. So, yeah. So what you're going to do with your coil spun, what's it face, Disco Diva, and you're going to do another shawl with that as well. Yeah, it is a bit frustrating, Hilly. It is frustrating when you, as you say, you generally can't do anything about it. And as I said earlier on, it's my reputation that's at risk. Though the customer is a valued customer and she comes back, she's definitely not ordering the same amount of stuff as what she was, because obviously she's got how many bats are missing? 8. 11 bats in 3 orders that are stock. That's a lot for me to replace. Which I will have to at some point soon. Might combine it with a black yarn for a shawl. Yeah, that'll be nice. It'll turn out a nice evening shawl as well. So, so I was thinking about my Christmas advents, and I'm playing with the idea of having to finish a show with the exotic peacock. Just need to block it. Oh, you'll have to send me a picture of that. Definitely have to send me a picture of that. So yeah, my Christmas advent calendars, I'm playing with the idea, because last time I did loads of gifts, but I'm wondering whether to have two listings of one without gifts and one with gifts, so they'll all be like, each little thing will be wrapped up as well anyway. But yeah, so I'm wondering whether to do that or just stick with what I know and do what I did last year, and find out if there's going to be any interest in anyone want to order my 12 days of Christmas sock yarn, because I'm debating whether to order in not just the merino nylon and do it that way. I think go for something a little bit different, like try and find somewhere where I can get some decent but not expensive like Blueface Leicester yarn in 4-ply or something like that, and do that for my 12 days of Advent sock yarn stuff, maybe. Or I could call it 12 days of Christmas shawl yarn if it's 4-ply, especially if it's not got nylon in it. So yeah, so I'm playing with some ideas at the moment until I get that up there next month. No, August. And then I've got my batty clubs are changing in August as well. So I've got those to sort out and decide what I'm going to do from month to month. I think that's about it. I just had a really weird week. I need to go flower shopping. I need to go for a wander down the beach. Would be a nice idea. Go blow away the cobwebs. Yeah, you'll have to send me a picture of that the exotic peacock, Hilly, so I can see what you've done. Pooch is fast asleep at the bottom of my feet here. I will definitely get the rest of that art yarn spinning video finished off. I do need to do that and get the beads and everything else sorted, and yeah, I need to do that. I just haven't had the time. Well, I say I haven't had the time. I have had the time, but my phone's been playing up. My internet's been playing up. My memory card needed replacing. You wasn't brave. So I've just not had a chance to get this flaming other video done of this art yarn. So I will find a day. I'm obviously not Tuesday because I'm out and about gallivanting Tuesday, and I've got a client coming to visit me first thing in the morning on Tuesday, so I won't have no time. Monday I might have time to do that in between doing my bats, and the sun's going to be out, so I can sit in the yard and do that because it's been flipping chilly. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that Monday, and then I can do the second part of my Usant breed chat on Thursday when I'm dying anyway. So yeah, I'll have to get a grip of yourself, Joe. Just sometimes when you can't quite find your normal routine, all it takes is your other half to have 3 days off work and you just seem to lose all your fittings. So yeah, that's about it. So I'm doing the Usan breed study this month. You can find that on my YouTube channel. And I am going to do probably the end of, we're going into July, so I want to do these sort of bi-monthly. So the end of August going into September will be more than likely a chat about Icelandic wool, and then do sample sets of them on my website as well in September. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing then. And then I think I have got a box of fleece of Dutch spotted sheep fleece from the Orkney Shepherdess that's been in there, still in the box, not opened up, since last summer. Yeah, I know that mine's is really, really nice. I'm really quite happy with it. I've got one left, Hilly. I'm debating whether to take it off the website and spin it up myself and to make this scarf go bigger. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what it looks like, because I've got that much left of it. I just love the colours on it. There's not too much green of everything, and the orange really does stand out quite a bit on that. And then you've got that mauvey grey colour, and it's not quite, it just makes everything become like they should be together, if you know what I mean. Definitely complement each other. And then with the little hints of mint every so often, little splashes of it, it's definitely quite pretty. I'd be interested to see what it looked like if I'd knitted it up. But yeah, no, I quite like it. It's kind of nice. I'm trying to think. Yeah, because I spun up the roving as well, but I only had one of those, so I'm not sure what to do with that. I might end up just sticking that on my website, because there's only 100 grams of it, and what can you make with 100 grams? Nothing much, unless I save it for doing my chicken jumper. So yeah, just do this, quietly meditate and crochet. So yeah, so I think I'll get out the Dutch spotty that's in this box down here and have a good looking rummage through her, and I might end up doing a breed study on that one, probably end of October into November. And then I've got the Kent Romney coming. I'm trying to think what else fleeces I've got around. I've got black Swartballs upstairs. It's really greasy even now, and it's been sat upstairs in a bag under the bed for over a year, and it's still full of lanolin oil. It's absolutely dripping with it. And I've got a Texel upstairs, but I'm not really a big fan of Texel sheep. But that might get me through till next April, when I do a kid mohair. Oh no, no, kid Angora, not mohair. Angora goat, kid Angora. Yeah, it looks really nice spun up. Definitely, I'm quite impressed with it. I mean, my single spinning is getting better. It's becoming a lot more consistent. But then, it's only for me, so you're not concentrating as much when it's for yourself. You're just sitting there spinning in the evening. You're doing it for the joy of it, not for the fact that it's for a customer or anything. Got to go. See you later. Yeah, I have better go in a bit. I'm probably pushing my hour space now anyway. So I'll post this on my YouTube as well, and I will be posting a new video content probably Tuesday, once I get back in from gallivanting, and new listings will be up on Monday. So thank you everybody for turning up, come watch me, support me. Take care, Hilly. I'll speak to you soon, and send me a picture of that that shawl that you've done before you block it. Take care everybody. Thank you. Bye.